Welcome to the 7 levels of why, an effective mental exercise that will help you get clarity to improve your focus in life and business. My name is Stephen, and this is one of my favorite exercises. It's an exercise that I've now done 4 or 5 times over the last 10 years, and it's also an exercise that I get my one-to-one coaching clients to do as soon as they start working with me, because having a why is extremely powerful. It's helped me take a lot of action, and it's given me a lot of clarity. And that's why, before jumping into the exercise, I wanted to frame the conversation with 2 quotes, just giving you a clearer idea of why having a why is one of the most important exercises that you'll do. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you find out why. Mark Twain. These 2 quotes really are quite powerful. When you get clear on that why, you really are giving yourself an advantage. You really are creating a lot of clarity in your life. You really are getting to the root cause of why you're taking action, why you want things, why are you here, why are you doing the things you're doing. And without a why, you can get lost. You can go off and build bridges to destinations that you don't want to go. You can end up doing years of the wrong type of work if you don't understand and are clear on your why. So how do you do it? Well, you pick your big goal in life, whether that's a successful business, whether that's raising a fantastic family, whether that's making $1 million, whatever that is for you, you pick your big overreaching goal. And then this technique gets to the root cause of your why by asking yourself why 7 times to that core goal. You can learn some astonishing things about yourself and your motivations when you ask why. You'll get deep into barriers, and then once you get past those barriers because you know your why, it's easier to take action. 100% it's easier to take action. I've seen it in my own life, and I've seen it in the life of my clients. Now, it sounds easy. Have a big goal, ask yourself 7 times, get an answer. Yeah, pretty straightforward. But in reality, it can be quite difficult to do. Your ego might get in the way. You may encounter regrets, hang-ups, limiting beliefs. You may come across things in your past that you hadn't even thought about. You may come across things that are blocking you that you weren't even aware of. And as you get down further with each why, you move from logical answers to the heart answer. And I'll explain that with my own life and my own example here. So doing it myself, I found it got tricky at about the 4th and the 5th why. When looking at my life, it gets very personal. You may not be ready emotionally to answer some of these questions. And it's not a quick and easy, take 10 minutes, just quickly go and do it exercise. It can be emotional to get through. And I actually recommend my clients, when they're doing it, to do it with a wife, a friend, a brother, a sister. Do it with somebody who's close to them. And that allows you to sort of push each other to really get clear on that emotional why. Because you just don't want to sit with a surface why, a shallow why. Because when I first started doing the exercise, my goal was to be successful. So why do you want to be successful? Why do I want to have a 6-figure, 7-figure business? Well, I want to be more successful so I have more freedom of time, freedom of money in my life. Yeah, who doesn't want that? Everybody wants that. That's pretty much the straightforward answer. Why do you want to be successful? I want to have more freedom. Yeah, straightforward. And then the following whys are still pretty high level. They're still logical. Wanting to provide for family, wanting to become the person I know I can be. Pretty straightforward. It wasn't until I got to the 4th why that I ended up reflecting on my education. I used to get frustrated a lot at school and university. I felt like I only enjoyed sports. And since I thought I was not gifted academically, I always had a grudge against the system. I always had a grudge against, the smarter people. I didn't ever imagine I could be successful. So I had this why very early on when I first did this exercise 10 years ago that I wanted to prove the system wrong. I wanted to prove my limiting beliefs wrong. I wanted to prove people wrong. It was a powerful why that got me going. It's not a why I rely on anymore, but I didn't realize that I still had that hang up from my educational years, from my teenage years. And that why, then I kept going with that why. I kept asking why. Well, why do I have that? And by the time I got to my 7th why, I was feeling emotionally involved with the final answer. And I came down to it saying I don't want to waste a life. From the ages of 19 to 29, I kind of repeated the same year. I was 21 for 10 years. And I partied and I wasted a lot of time. I did a lot of dumb shit. And I didn't get a lot done in my life. And I never want to feel that regret again. I don't regret that, but that part of my life, because I've forgiven myself for it. But there was a part of me when I first did this exercise, and there still is a part of me, that I never want to feel that regret again. I never want to look at a 5 or 10 year period and be like, oh, I could have done a lot better with that time. I never want to go through that again. I never want to look at a chunk of time, a year, 6 months, 5 years, whatever that may be, and feel like I let that time slip. So when I did this exercise, I went from wanting personal freedom, general, more freedom of time, freedom of money, big house, big car, through reflection and emotional baggage about my school and about my past, to realizing I don't want to waste a life. That's what my core why has come down to, and it still is in many ways. Now, I've kept some of these things to myself. Obviously, it's a personal process, so I'm giving you the high level notes. You know, that I'm giving you the core why really is not wanting to waste a life. But as soon as I found my why, as soon as I got clear on this, I viewed my life differently, instantly. I no longer saw value in wasting money, wasting time, mindless actions. I saw a lot more value in having clear goals, and I saw a lot more value in taking action towards those goals. And I had a fire in me that wanted me to actually take action. I had a clarity. It was such a powerful exercise for me. And that's why I redo it often, because as I grow, as I change, I want to make sure my why is the same. And I want to make sure that some of my whys aren't based on external things, like trying to prove people wrong. Those are dumb whys. They're good to discover those whys, but they're not whys that are going to take you to the next level. So that why that I have, trying to prove the school system wrong, trying to prove people wrong, that's not a why I rely on anymore. But it was interesting for me to discover that was one of my motivations. Now, as I mentioned, it's been 10 years since I first did this exercise, and I've got a lot deeper with my why and a lot clearer on my real why. I've connected to it. It's helped me take a metric shit ton of action, and knowing your why is a powerful concept every business owner should have defined, in my opinion. I would say 90% of the business owners I work with have a loose why around their family, around their business, but they don't have a core why built in for themselves. They haven't got clear on their personal why with their personal emotions. They're still logically thinking about business and family, which is fantastic, and that is a powerful why to have. But there's a deeper personal why we all need to connect with. I'd recommend blocking out some time, grab a journal, go do this exercise, write down what you want in your life and your business, and then get your high level overreaching goal and ask yourself 7 times why you want that. It is a great exercise to reinvigorate your focus and bring clarity to your life. It really does bring clarity, and it will help you remove a lot of the dumb shit, a lot of projects, a lot of things in your life that just aren't in line with your why. It's a filter. Having a powerful why is a filter for the right actions, a filter for removing the things that are not connected to your why. Now, your why is your North Star. It's your GPS. In life and business, when you have your why set, and then when you combine it with clear goals, solid daily and weekly structure, and operate in 90-day sprints, you will become unstoppable. And that is one of the core processes that I do with my one-to-one clients. So if you're interested in going through this exercise with me, I have a coaching offer, the Pro Accelerator program. The links are around the video. Go and click on it, follow the trail, land on the page, book that call, and we'll have that conversation and see if I can help you. This is one of the most powerful exercises I feel every business owner, every person should have dialed in, because your why will help you take action. Your why is extremely powerful. Well, thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks very much for going through this presentation with me, and we'll talk soon. Make it a good one.